Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Hey everybody, I'm AdamHarry from Belle Souls with
Michael from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And we're back with another Tabletop Spotlight. Michael, what is this awesome looking box you have today?
As you can probably tell, this is the new Ghost miniature for Star Wars X-Wing. Of course, featuring the ship from Star Wars Rebels, which is a show I personally love.
It's a great show.
So, I'm really excited. We got all the cool characters. We got Heron, Kanan, everybody inside.
Ezra's in there.
Ezra's definitely in there. As you can see, it also comes with the Phantom miniature, so I'm really excited about this.
The Ghost and the Phantom. I really love this box. We'll be sure to go over all the new stuff in there too. Because there are a couple of key cards.
All the awesome cards.
For sure this time. So let's jump in this box. I'm pretty pumped about this box.
Me too.
I've actually already opened one, so why don't you go ahead and do the honors on this one, man?
I suppose I can do that. No knife, scissors today. Not as cool though.
Not safety scissors though, so you still gotta
gotta be a little careful, but
we'll cut your face off. So.
Cut your face off?
Yeah.
Like Nicolas Cage.
Boom.
I'm glad we both went there at the exact same time.
Another great expansion pack. Very fun. Have fun opening that without ripping anything.
Yes. Well, not a huge deal. But yeah, again, Ghost and Phantom minis, which I told you a little bit ago, I'm surprised at how big this model is.
Yes.
Like it's a medium-based ship technically, but it's huge for a medium-based ship.
Yeah,
so.
It's bigger than I think the Raider.
Oh yeah, it's pretty big. Of
course, or not Raider. I'm sorry, the big one. I can't remember the name of it now.
I'm sure
the YT, the Imperial. Oh, keep going.
I'm sure you'll think of it.
It's gonna hit me later.
We got all of course, the cards and stuff on the back here, but you're not here to look at the picture of them. We're here to look at the cards themselves. So let's be a little careful here and see if I can do this without making a fool of myself.
All right. You do that. I'm gonna take
There's
out
the models
rest
right there.
Things. Go ahead and open up the models.
Oh yes. Let me do this here. Okay. What I also like is that the ship is so big it has a special base.
Yeah.
I like they had to make a new type of base for it, which is funny. To me, at least.
I mean, look at the bottom of that thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's huge. And then here's the other...
out of here.
Well, real quick, too, here's the bases. I'm not going to open this part, but that's just the regular medium or large ship base and then the small ship base. And then this is that special thing you're talking about.
Yeah, they had to make the new type of base for it just because it's so...
This little thing here.
So
how
huge.
It kind of connects, boom, to hold it up.
Of course, the little Phantom just has a normal base peg, typical little ship here, but it's got its own special rules and stuff that we can go over in a bit, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, and then we've got, what's really cool about this too is you've got a component list here. It's not just, it's got the new rules, which is very important. Mm-hmm. So you've got special firing arc rules because of the Phantom that is docked on here, and it's got the docking rules as well, which is included.
What I like is that on the model itself, they have the separate Phantom Mini, but for those of you who know the show, the Phantom actually docks back here, and they actually have it on the model.
Yep.
So it's actually very realistic as to how the show portrays it.
Right, and it also has, I think it has, right back here has its own specialty mission too, which is pretty cool. So, and then we'll open it up here.
Oh yes.
Look at some of these cards. I know everybody's dying to see. Well, Michael makes pew-pew noises. That's really
I love Rebels. I really love Rebels, so I'm really excited.
Here's the punch outs for everything.
You have a Coronet, which I think might be my favorite type of bomb.
Oh yeah.
So that's always good for me.
Speaking of bombs, I want to get this one out of the way real quick. There's the bomb tokens. Really fast for you folks on the internet. There's the thermal detonator stuff right there. So it was a big kerflunkle there earlier when I went through this box. I forgot to show that one off. I'm going to read it real quick.
Sure.
Thermal detonator token. This one hasn't been revealed yet. By FFG. When this bomb token detonates, each ship at range 1 of the token suffers 1 damage and receives 1 stress token, then discard this token.
Interesting.
So it's for 3 points.
It's that token?
It's a thermal detonator. It does 1 damage and 1 stress.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. I'm not a big bomb fan anyway. I like to have turrets. I'm more of a... I'm a Dash Rendar guy, and Dengar now.
Yeah.
But the bombs... They can be pretty devastating if used correctly. So.
I definitely like Coronets, but I'm not really fond of any other. I mean, they don't really have a ton of other types of bombs, but
they're a really good way to get the 2 ion tokens on the ship.
Ions are very fun to me.
Yeah.
So. Not when I get hit with them, though. Don't use ion weapons against me. I don't like it.
Here's one of the new cards too. I think the dorsal turret is pretty sweet. It's a 2 damage, range 2, and the attack is attack 1 ship, even a ship outside your firing arc.
Of course.
If the target attack is at range 1, roll 1 additional attack die. So it's kind of neat to be able to do that. You actually get 2 of those in the set here.
Now, what I love about this, and like I said, I love Rebels. What I really enjoy is that they have the cards for all the characters as pilots of the ship, but they also have most of them as crew as well.
Yes.
So you can have Kanan, you can have Hera, you can have Chopper even pilot your ship.
So and then we've got all their crew slot
and you can also have
here.
them as crew, which is really interesting to me.
Yeah.
You can also have any of them pilot the Phantom. There's Hera's Phantom card, Sabine's Phantom card, my personal favorite character. Love Sabine. Ezra, of course, with the Phantom, and then Zeb. So it's great to see all the characters as pilots as well as crew upgrades.
Well, it's really cool that you get 2 ships here. So you get 2 sets of pilots and then 2 sets of pilots. So like for this ship, you get all the pilots. You got all the pilots for this ship, and then all the crew. So you get a ton of cards to kind of mix and match here too.
It's a great addition to a Rebel player, which is what I am, of course. So I'm really excited.
The other cool card I want to show off too is the reinforced deflectors, which is really cool. After you suffer 3 or more damage from an attack, you recover 1 shield. So this is really great because if you look at the stat card, let me just grab Hera here. You can see this is a big beefy ship, hull-wise. So it's 10 hull and 6 shields. So if you know this ship's going to take a lot of fire in one turn, with that reinforced deflectors, you're going to get back a lot of shields. So pretty cool thing. It'll help mitigate some of that damage.
Unfortunately, I can see that pairing well with like R2 or something.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, even though Chopper's on the ship, no astromech slot.
Which is awkward.
It does kind of bum me out a little bit. Yeah. But I mean, you can have Chopper as a pilot and a crew member, and he can help you out as well. He does help you with stress and stuff like that.
I think too, Hera is probably one of my favorite crew member slots.
Oh yeah.
She turns all those maneuvers. If you have a red maneuver, or excuse me, if you still have a stress, you can still execute red maneuvers.
Yes.
So that opens up a lot of other possibilities. But I don't want to get into all of the gameplay mechanics.
Too much, not too much tactics, but it's really interesting.
It's a really great
It does
set.
come with a generic Lothal Rebel pilot, of course, in case you just wanted to add it for as cheap as you can, which is still 35 points. But
right.
You know, it's great. Of course, you got all the Phantom pilots, all these cards. It's a really awesome box to pick up if you're a Rebel player.
You get both title cards, a Ghost and Phantom.
Yep.
You get a bunch of crew slots, cluster mines, the Connor net, 2 dorsal turrets, a thermal detonator, the Predator card, the Elite Pilot Talent one, advanced torpedoes, proton torpedoes, the reinforced reflectors. So you've got a ton of options for not just this ship, but also any rebel ships too.
And that's the thing is all these Rebel characters obviously can go on all your other ships would have crew slots. You can put these on all your other things. So you can have Hera be a crew member on somebody else who's gonna
Kanan also great
stress.
Great cards to help deal with some of the stress relief stuff and focused passing out. So
I really wish A-Wings had a crew slot so I could put Hera on an A-Wing.
But
wouldn't that be nice?
Put her on a B-Wing with that.
That'd be good.
So yeah, Kanan's great because he helps remove stress at range 1 and 2 for friendlies, which is really cool because it opens up a lot of possibilities.
This make me really want to go home and watch Rebels.
Speaking of that, I think we might take a Rebels break here, so let's hop out for a really quick recap. Surprise, we're not going to go straight to the outro.
Not just yet. We did want to show this off.
Yeah, I wanted to show this. We have the Decimator. I couldn't finally remember the name of that.
That's
the Imperial Decimator. You can see how much bigger this ship is compared to everybody else. So here's the Houndstooth, here's the Millennium Falcon, the YT-1300.
Poor little Phantom.
The Phantom.
Just hanging out, doing its Phantom things.
But you can see just the size here.
Oh, yes.
They're both big ships. Nobody's going to, these 3 are some of the longest ships in the game.
At not like epic scale, of course.
Right.
Like for normal tabletop use.
And then the Falcon here, he's actually, I'm going to pop him off the base real quick. He's actually dwarfed by this ship.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty crazy. So a really big ship. They put a lot into it, and just the detail on it too is just awesome. Just to
tragically
show everybody a little closer.
Oh, yeah.
You can see all the different colored plates and everything they did on it. It's way more flashy, colorful wise than the gray Decimator.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Falcon.
It's a stealth ship, so it's a little weird.
Yeah.
But it's still really cool. It's a very good very good sort of interpretation of the.
What's
the
cool, I don't know
cartoon
if you notice this too. There's a little nod to the Falcon in the docking clamp side, like the two areas that would dock with each other. That design aesthetic is carried over, so it's just kind of a quick, hat tip. So they're on both sides, just like the Falcon.
A little bit.
So cool stuff.
Yeah, definitely an awesome ship. I'm really excited to get this on the table.
I kind of like this new base thing they've done too.
Oh yeah, this is the new base we mentioned. The sort of 3-point base for support because it's so heavy.
Yeah, it's a really cool thing. So that said, that comparison done, let's hop out for the recap. Well, that was the Ghost expansion pack, Ghost of the Phantom.
Oh yeah,
2 ships in one.
2 ships in one, and a ton of cards. A lot of cool new crew and pilots. You can put in either this or any Rebels ship, which is really awesome. So yeah,
you can pick up this box and say you're holding a thermal detonator.
Oh yeah,
because it's in there.
Yes, there is. There's 2 actually.
There's one.
There's one.
There's one. The Connor Net's the other one.
The Connor Net's the other one.
And
I thought there was
cluster
2.
mines. You're thinking cluster mines.
I am thinking cluster mines.
Yeah. There's bombs.
There's bombs.
Not real ones.
A lot of
just
bombs.
The cards. But
yeah.
Pretty cool box. Lots of stuff in there.
Oh yeah.
I think it opens up a lot of cool options for Rebel players.
Yeah, it's got a lot of great new things, not just for this ship, like I said, but for other ships. You can put these cool new crew on, like we mentioned. These playing with stress tokens. There's Zeb who helps you reduce crits and things like that. There's all sorts of new abilities that are really cool to add to Rebels. So
the deflector shield thing is really cool. I just think that Wave 8 in general is a really good expansion overall.
Oh, yeah.
This box set in particular has got some really great tools for multiple players, not just Rebels, because you can use those cards. Yeah, some of them. But it's a really good set. What's the price point on this one?
It's gonna be $49.95, so a little up there as far as dimensions, but it's
you get 2 ships.
You get 2 ships, and it's a very large, medium-sized ship. Yeah. So $49.95. It is available now.
Right.
So
it's in stores right now.
Go pick one up. Hope you guys can find them because they are going pretty fast from what I've heard from everybody around. But they're really cool.
Of course, FFG, Star Wars,
absolutely.
Great product, great box set. Go pick it up right now.
Absolutely. I'm picking mine up today.
I'm AdamHarry from Bella Souls.
I'm Michael from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And this has been another Tabletop Spotlight. Thanks again for watching.
Tabletop Spotlight brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Thanks for watching.